Hi everyone, it's Priscilla. So I'm showing you a tutorial on my 3D picture frame. This one is made out of heavyweight chipboard and I just use a sugar sheet collection from Heidi Swapp. So I'm taking my black distress ink by Tim Holtz. This is the black soot. And I'm just going to do all the edging and also I'm doing the inside of the picture frame. Off camera, I glued on the back. This is just another chipboard. So to give it more of a pop and then give it dimension. I use this trim that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. It's just a black chain link little trim that I found. I thought it was so cute. So I just took the remainder and I just snipped it off. Whatever I didn't want, I just put it to the side. It comes pretty big in the roll. I think it's like I think it's 9 feet of trim, so it's quite a bit of chain. So I'm just showing you now the packaging, and that, like I said, came from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm just in here gluing it on. And this is for the YouTube hop that I'm participating in. I contacted One Happy Crafty Chick and signed up. So I am just gluing the pieces down now. And then I had to go in and I had to get rid of a few more of the pieces just because it was a little bit longer than I had wanted. And yes, I had to chop this quite a bit. It ended up being a long time. I did this it took me 3 hours to do the whole entire thing. So I didn't want to put it all into one video, obviously. So I'm just gluing the other side down, just made sure that I had it nice and even. And then this is the Formosacrafts flat back pearls in the black. I love this stuff. It comes 36 yards and it's so inexpensive. I love it so much. So here I'm just gluing it down to the sides and just giving it a little bit more of embellishments. So I cut it off and I use strands. I don't like to use the whole entire thing and try and do the edges. I just cut it off. So I'm just finished gluing it on there. So I'm just finishing off this one strip now and just going to glue that remainder down. So as you'll see, I did a lot of editing and basically I'm just going to show you the very end of me putting on the pearl trim. Because like I said, it took forever. And then just made sure that I had it on, you know, pretty even. So here is a Tim Holtz die. This is the new one that he came out with. This is the Eiffel Tower one. And I'm just gluing it on a piece of paper on thick chipboard. And just make sure that's adhered. Now this is a Kenny K stamp. And I just colored her up with my Copics. And then I added on the Tim Holtz wings. And put them onto the back of her. I think it just made her so adorable to do that. My husband laughed. He said, "Oh my God, it looks just like you," when he saw this stamp. So I'm just showing you the package and what it came in. And then I bought this from Not Too Shabby, Zibbet. That was a Zibbet store. So I'm just taking my black distress ink and I'm just going along all the edges and inking all this. I use the Tim Holtz Wanted thin die and I just cut these all out with just some pink cardstock. So here I ended up making a boo-boo. I took the Eiffel Tower and I cut out some silver paper. And I didn't like how it turned out. So I just took my black onyx pearls and just ran it over where I had put those. Now I am using my craft mat to help me line up the letters. And I just used these banners from, it was the Spellbinders big banners die. And so I just laid them on there. And the craft mat really helped me line them up nice and straight. So the first one was crafted and the second one says diva. I just thought that was so cute. And I love black and pink together, so this was perfect. These are from the Scrapbook Expo this year. They're the butterflies from Tall Mouse. And I just glued those down. And then here I'm just trying to figure out how I want it to go. That pink flower is from Jolees Boutique when they had the flowers. So after I have everything how I wanted, I just glue it all down. And then, yeah, I miss those flowers. I bought as many as I could, but I basically used them all up, so I'm so sad. So I'm just positioning everything how I want it to be, and I just put the diva up on the pop dots, and that's also from the banners die too from Spellbinders. And then as soon as I have that, I also picked these up from Tall Mouse. They're just the acrylic flowers, and it was just so pretty. So I just hot glued that down. And then I found out where I wanted my Eiffel Tower to go, so I just put that up on pop dots, and I'm just adhering that down now to the paper. And then I wanted to add in one more of the butterflies, so that's another tall mouse butterfly. So I just glue that in. And then here is where I wanted to add her, the Kenny K stamp. She's so cute. I love her so much. So this was later on at night because I had to go do the whole dinner thing. So by the time I came back, it was dark. That flower is from Omega. That's what I received in one of my winnings that I had won from her. So I decided to use that. Here are the Shellfields Home. These are just push pins. And this one's an Eiffel Tower. And I loved it so much. So I decided to add it in, and I pre-punched the hole beforehand. So I just put that one in there. And then I used the Recollections, and I used two things from that. So the first thing that I used was this little, I think it's the button, and I just glued that onto the Eiffel Tower. I thought that was so cute there. It worked perfect, so I stayed with that. The push pin was kind of moving around, so I decided to hot glue that in place so it doesn't move no more. And I left it where it was popped up, so it wasn't all the way in. This is another piece. The cameo was from the Recollections, and I just used some Glossy Accents enamel, the white one, and then I used some of the Tim Holtz Distress pink. I think it's a sponge sugar, and I just did the edging. So I just put that one right in place, and then here's the Want to Scrap bling. I just went ahead and cut it up. And I'm just going to adhere it near the butterfly, so it looks like the butterfly has some wind behind him. And I just cut it up just to make sure that it had the nice flow to it. I really wanted it to, like, you know, have the movement behind it. So I just fiddled with that for a few moments. And then here I am adding on the part that's going to make it stand up nice and straight. So this is another just chipboard, and I just put some paper onto it. And then I had adhered it to the back. It took a long time for it to set properly, but I want to make sure it was nice and straight, so I'm just fiddling with that again. And then here is my final product, and I'm showing you all how it looks. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye, everyone.